What is the Old Guard faction so noted in regards to Mr. Reece? Is this the revolution so noted in the Dodd Report? The Old Guard faction was an organized group in the Socialist Party of America that sought to retain the organization's traditional orientation towards electoral politics by fighting the militant faction of generally younger party members who factionally organized to promote greater efforts at direct action in advancing the cause of revolutionary socialism. The Old Guard had its roots as the regulars in the inter-party factional war of 1919, which resulted in the fragmentation of the Socialist Party into the Communist Party of America and Communist Labor Party of America. In 1935, the personal and political friction between the Old Guard and the militants and their progressive allies led to an organizational split, with the Old Guard faction leaving to establish the Social Democratic Federation. The Old Guard and their militant foes both hailed from the broad Marxist tradition, the former seeing democracy as a positive value in itself and emphasizing the efficacy of the electoral road to power, while the latter tended to see democracy as a tactical expedient propagated in its maintenance of class power. Beyond this important analytical difference, the divide between these two factional groupings was largely generational, with the Old Guard dominated by middle-aged party veterans of large standing, while newcomers into the Socialist Party during the Depression years of the early 1930s tended to gravitate as a younger and more aggressive caucus. The Social Democratic Federation of the United States of America was a political party in the United States formed in 1936 by the so-called Old Guard faction of the Socialist Party of America. The SDF later merged again with the Socialist Party in 1957 to form the Socialist Party Social Democratic Federation, or the SPSDF. Social Democratic Federation leader Lewis Waldman noted in his memoirs that while the official split of the Socialist Party that resulted in the creation of the Social Democratic Federation took place in 1936, and I quote, "The crucial events occurred at the party's national convention in Detroit in 1934, close quote. It was at this national gathering that the ongoing factional war between a youthful militant faction favoring aggressive advocacy of revolutionary tactics and joint action with the Communist Party won the day and pushed through a new Declaration of Principles, leading the SPA's right-wing faction, known as the Old Guard, to abandon the organization." The 1934 Declaration of Principles was instrumental in causing a split of the SPA, with its so-called Old Guard faction exiting the organization en masse to establish a rival organization, the Social Democratic Federation, in 1936. In closing the debate at the convention, New York Old Guard leader Lewis Waldman railed against adoption of the Declaration of Principles. Quote, "I warn against these dangerous, provocative proposals which will lead the party to ruin. They are anarchist, illegal, communist doctrine. This is a wild, irresponsible declaration." Close quote. Waldman recalls, quote, "When Thomas rose, he received a great ovation from the militants, but he was pale and nervous. He had been maneuvered into a position inconsistent with his longtime stance as a social reformer. He was ill-suited to be a leader of a revolutionary movement committed to violence and dictatorship. I considered him more a captive than a leader." Close quote. Still quoting Waldman, "After Detroit, it was obvious that the militant socialists controlled the Socialist Party. All they had to do in order to gain control of the valuable property in New York was to revoke the New York State Charter and expel all state organizations controlled by the Social Democrats or the Old Guard. Since there was always a minority of militant socialists in each of these corporate institutions, these properties involving millions of dollars in property value and cash reserves would quickly fall into the hands of the militants." Close quote. It was not until January 1936 that the National Executive Committee finally revoked the charter of the Old Guard-dominated Socialist Party of New York and reorganized the state under the leadership of an alliance of forces loyal to Norman Thomas and members of the militant faction. Although the split had taken place in 1936, it was not formalized until 1937. The SDF chose to seek international affiliation immediately with the Socialist International over the objections of some delegates. You can go on for yourself to read about socialism in America and how it's evolved. And I believe we're seeing a lot of that today. I just thought it was very important for us to understand what the word old guard can refer to. And I find it interesting that it points to a lot of what we're seeing right now with socialism. Next, we're going to be going over who Norman Dodd is and what the Dodd Report is and what was revealed in the Dodd Report and how is that all relevant to today and what we are seeing today.